The idea of colonizing Mars has been a topic of interest for many years. With the advancement of technology and the increasing need for resources, the possibility of establishing a human settlement on Mars has become more realistic. However, there are many challenges that need to be addressed before this can become a reality. In this essay, we will explore the challenges and potential benefits of colonizing Mars, as well as how we would go about building a sustainable infrastructure on the Red Planet. One of the biggest challenges of colonizing Mars is the harsh environment. Mars is a cold, dry, and barren planet with a thin atmosphere that lacks oxygen. The average temperature on Mars is around -80 degrees Fahrenheit, which is much colder than any place on Earth. This means that colonists would need to wear protective suits and live in pressurized habitats to survive. Another challenge is the distance between Earth and Mars. It takes around 7 months to travel from Earth to Mars, which means that colonists would need to be self-sufficient for long periods of time. This includes having a continuous supply of food, water, and oxygen. The cost of transporting these resources to Mars would be extremely high, which is why it is important to find ways to produce these resources on Mars. Radiation is also a major concern for colonists on Mars. Mars has a thin atmosphere that does not provide much protection from solar radiation. This means that colonists would need to live in habitats that are shielded from radiation, which would add to the cost of building a sustainable infrastructure on Mars. Despite the challenges, there are many potential benefits of colonizing Mars. One of the biggest benefits is the possibility of finding new resources. Mars has in situ resources, such as underground water, Martian soil, and ore, which could be leveraged by colonists. Opportunities to generate electricity via solar power using resources on Mars are also available. This could lead to the development of new technologies and industries that could benefit humanity. Another benefit of colonizing Mars is the potential for scientific research. Mars is a unique planet that has many similarities to Earth. Studying Mars could help us better understand our own planet and the universe as a whole. It could also lead to the discovery of new forms of life, which would be a major scientific breakthrough. Building a sustainable infrastructure on Mars would require a multidisciplinary approach. This would involve experts in space technology, economics, and material science. The first step would be to establish a permanent base on Mars. This would require the establishment of permanent habitats that have the potential for self-expansion and self-sustenance. Two early proposals for building habitats on Mars are the Mars Direct and the Semi-Direct concepts, advocated by Robert Zubrin, an advocate of the colonization of Mars. These concepts involve using local resources to produce fuel, water, and oxygen. This would reduce the cost of transporting these resources from Earth and make it more feasible to establish a permanent base on Mars. Another important aspect of building a sustainable infrastructure on Mars is the development of new technologies. This includes technologies for producing food, water, and oxygen, as well as technologies for generating electricity and protecting colonists from radiation. It also includes the development of new transportation systems that can transport colonists and resources between Earth and Mars. Colonizing Mars is a complex and challenging endeavor, but it has the potential to bring many benefits to humanity. It could lead to the discovery of new resources, the development of new technologies, and the advancement of scientific research. However, it will require a multidisciplinary approach and the development of new technologies to make it a reality. With the right resources and expertise, we can build a sustainable infrastructure on Mars and establish a permanent human settlement on the Red Planet.